So Mother's Day weekend has come and gone. That was last Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Since then, we've had a couple of people, including family, say, hey, when's the next podcast? I'm like, well, yeah, we need to make time for that. So there's so many things to talk about. There's so many issues and topics to debate and talk about and give opinions on. But I think for this little short scenario we're presenting here, I say we talk about middle age.
Why not? Because if you're close to me, you know that I...
Get right to it.
And so I've known for a while that I need a bladder sling, and it's time to bite the bullet. Bite the bullet, get a bladder sling, or go through extensive pelvic floor physical therapy. That sounds like fun. And so while we look like we're 21, we're not. And Frank is almost 50. But 49.
I have a birthday. I have a birthday this month.
Next week, he's 49.
Yeah.
I'm a couple years younger than he is, but close enough to 50. It's not just us, it's a lot of our friends that are going kind of through a lot of the same things. And so we're just going to talk about that today because why not?
What it is to be embracing our age and the ailments and physical limitations that start to creep on into old age. We're at the cusp of getting to a level where we can no longer operate and perform at the level and with the physicality we once did. And for men, that's called the identity crisis, when our very identity is shooken because we feel our youthfulness leaving us. We feel our strength and ability to dominate and protect is at risk as we get older and feel more...
Dominate? What are you, the Terminator?
Vulnerable. No, men want to dominate. They want to conquer, dominate. So it is a very real thing, this middle age and coming to terms with senior citizenship is around the corner.
Well, don't say it like that.
So how do we adjust and be okay with the fact that I will not continue to be a ravishing, robust stallion anymore?
Speak for yourself.
You know what I'm saying? It's a reality. It's inevitable.
But, of course, there are ways that you can take care of yourself. So if you're 30 and younger listening to this, start now. Don't wait to start eating right. Don't wait to start exercising, lifting weights. My female friends, don't wait to start really taking care of your bodies the right way. Stop putting all these chemicals on your face and your body. Use as many natural things as possible because it catches up with you. And, because women use more skincare products than men do, and more makeup and shampoo and hair dye and this and that. Those are so many chemicals that are going into our bloodstream. And if you're doing that your whole life from age 20 to 60, that's a lot of years of putting chemicals in your bloodstream. So better late than never. What's something else that you were experiencing in this?
Well, and genetics also determines the elasticity of your skin, premature wrinkles, and all that stuff too. So, not everybody's gifted genetically.
I know.
We all wish we had darker skin until we're so wrinkly, the turkey neck, giving into our vanity to try to appear darker.
I do those
and more debonair.
Those facial exercises every night.
Yeah, she takes cold stones and she rubs them on her cheekbones and chin. So,
cold stones.
In your forehead.
Geisha. I rub a geisha on my face.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Goiters. You gotta rub those goiters right out of your face.
I don't have goiters on my face. No. Okay, anyway, there are things we can do to stay young. Some things that us women experience that I'm not a fan of. While my hair is thinning on my head and turning all shades of white, I'm getting copious amounts of peach fuzz on my face.
Peach fuzz?
Like a newborn baby.
Wow.
So while some of you women may do this right in front of your husbands, I do not shave my face.
Once you start shaving, it grows in thicker, right?
Well, I don't have a choice. I look like a peach.
Peach?
If I didn't shave it. So there's that. There's copious amounts of peach fuzz on your face.
So just a natural progression of things in our bodies we have to look forward to getting into older age as women grow facial hair. Women grow facial hair. What are some other changes that you notice on your body or your face or your very energy levels because of getting older and menopausal?
I think I'm in pretty good shape, but I sit on the floor with my kindergartners and I have to crawl over to something to get back up. I don't like that so much.
Yeah.
Because we don't have grandkids yet, but we have the potential of having multiple grandchildren because we have 5 children between the two of us. And I want to be able to get on the floor with them and be able to get back up. So Frank and I started working out 5 days a week.
Whoa.
Some weeks. I work out 5 days a week. You only work out with me 3 days a week.
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying not to throw you under the bus.
Well, there's no shortcuts, there's no free lunches, and there's no easy way to make progress in our bodies, our health, our fat, our livelihood, our own personal peace and contentment. There's no easy way. Everything takes labor, sweat of your brow. You have to sweat to gain any amount of progress in this life when it comes to our body and fat. And so we have been going to the gym, and I have been running with the dog. There's a school. We walk the dog. It's a gated community. Oh my gosh. So there's a gated school with a big oval, hilly, half a mile driveway around the whole school. And in the beginning, I could only run a quarter of the way. Like, it starts going downhill, and then my lungs are going to burst. But every 2, 3, 4 days, I would go a couple extra yards, until now, from doing this every night, which is crazy for me. Running. Who likes to run?
Not me.
I've gone all the way around.
You're amazing.
And now I have to, go all the way around and a little bit more. Pushing
a little
myself.
secret, Mr. Lopez likes to run in his panties.
Sometimes I run, oh my gosh. So yeah, I run in my underwear. Sometimes there's nobody over there.
There's nobody over there until there is.
Yeah, so it was Saturday night. Mm-hmm. I leashed up the dog and I went over there in my boxer briefs and I start running, and I always play the same song. It's a Tears for Fears Cure remix. And I kind of run to the same rhythm each night, and I can tell where I'm at in contrast to the song, where it is in the song, and I can tell if I'm ahead or behind my regular time based on the song. So I'm running along got the leash in this hand and the phone in this hand, and I'm running, and it just so happens the one time I'm in my my underwear, there's half a dozen cars exiting, and there's no way around them. And so their headlights are now turning on me and coming towards me, and it's all women. I heard them talking before they got in their cars, saying their goodbyes. Goodbye, Sarah. Goodbye, Lisa. We'll see you Monday morning, babe. And I'm in my underwear, and I'm running the dog. And they're going slow because I have a dog, so they're slowing down, and I'm totally exposed. There goes one, boom, boom, boom. There goes 2 car. There goes 3 car.
You're not going to get arrested.
My gosh. But then I thought about it. There's a lot of workout clothes and things. How do you know I'm not wearing like yoga Daisy Dukes? Yeah. How do you know I'm not gay wearing yoga panties? Lesson learned. Wear
Don't
shorts.
run in public places with your underwear on.
Yeah. It was quite freeing until I got caught. It's quite freeing.
Yeah, it's all fun and games until it's not.
Can I tell them a story about the...
No.
Well, our dog is not threatening or aggressive in any way.
It's like a giant teddy bear.
In fact, for the first 9 months we lived here, we would let the dog run free. And he would run free and wild. It was great for him. Until one day, I was walking him. And I didn't see up the road what was happening. There was a gentleman with his 2 dogs, some kind of Doberman pincher mix. Oh, he got a little too close for comfort, and this guy lost his marbles and started outwardly screaming at me in vulgarity. I have never been talked to in such a way. He said, "Get your effing dog, you goddamn idiot, you motherfucking idiot, you goddamn dumbass, you fucking dumbass," and he repeated this over and over.
This is who he was afraid of.
I was like, my dog is non-threatening. It's never bit anybody. But then I realized it wasn't my dog, it was his mutts. His mutts were aggressive, and there was risk. There was a risk of somebody getting sued because they would have probably attacked Ollie if Ollie got too close. But look at this dog. It's non-threatening. I was so offended. By what this guy humiliated me, even though it's just the 2 of us and our dogs. I've never been more embarrassed in my life. So now we have to walk and there is a leash law, technically, if we're being honest. So now we have to walk with the dog.
You're breaking all the rules. No leash, underwear.
No leash.
I don't even run in my nightmares, so no running for me.
Yeah. But I feel like Sherry and I making adjustments and changes, that's been a really good one for me. That running does a lot for me. I can feel the progress of it. I can feel my endurance is getting better and better, my conditioning. Even when I'm at work now, I don't feel as tired or rigid when I'm having a longer day and doing things that are physical and restrictive. So
limit your sugar.
Yeah.
Exercise, and don't let it be a diet. Just have it be a lifestyle. Like, we're just gonna do this until forever.
unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
We can't afford growth hormones and stem cells and what's that meth face drug? People get the meth face?
Ozempic face.
Ozempic
not
face.
Meth.
Like I said, there's no easy fixes. Even if you were to take an effective medication that was approved by the FDA, it doesn't necessarily mean that one day you will have to stop taking that medication, and then what? The fat comes back, and the fear.
Plus all the side effects, I
Yeah.
don't want to take a Ozempic shot, and then all of a sudden I have, retinal failure and anal leakage because.
Right. Well, you already got some of that in the front, don't you?
Yeah. Okay.
You start wearing a diaper and
Thank you.
making plastic crumply bags sound. Sherry eating a bag of Doritos again? What's that crinkling when she's walking? God forbid you wear a corduroy. So anyway,
I'm not wearing a diaper.
I forget what you said. You need to wear like a van.
No, I didn't say any of that. Ron, stop doing this.
Well, you said something about
I have to get a bladder sling.
a bladder
it's a
sling.
Surgery.
Surgery. Oh, I thought it was like a
diaper.
sling, like a banana hammock, except for the front.
You're not informed.
So our things are happening, our bodies are rotting and deteriorating.
Why did they say it like that?
That's what it is. Until there's a tombstone over our corpses, that's what's happening. So get right with your maker. Don't be a dip. Don't be a Love God with all your heart, mind, and soul, and then do the same with your neighbors because you can now. Because your mind has been enlightened to the truth now. You take that truth and then you handle yourself accordingly to every individual you rub shoulders with. You be of salt and light and joy.
You're so obnoxious.
Can I just say I have joy on the inside that comes out. And I don't think people understand. No, he's not on drugs. He's actually a really happy soul because he now has peace and he can now dream again. He can dream about the future.
Yeah.
He's not living for today and glad it's here and he's still above ground. No, I can dream about the future, Sherry.
Yeah, Frank and I are high on life. We're super.
True.
I think we said this during our first podcast. 10 years ago, Frank was in a really bad spot, and I was in a really bad spot. And now we are living our best lives. Do we have every material thing we've ever wanted? No, but it doesn't really seem important anymore. We are blessed with health, and we have healthy kids, great relationships. We have no toxicity in our life. All the people that are in our life are there intentionally. Yeah. So.
Everything could be gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
All the good things that are happening and accumulating could be gone tomorrow. And you know what? Even if they're gone tomorrow, they won't be things will not be as empty and void and sad as they were for me. You know what I'm saying? There's only a win-win, and everything we have is just a blessing that we don't deserve and did nothing to earn other than turning our backs to our selfish selves, to ultimately self-sabotage and defect into the dark side. I don't want to live in the dark anymore. I don't want to be a human at risk, who's at risk of hurting everyone I'm close to, or that I get close to, or newly close to. I no longer want to live in fear and be afraid. And I was just saying this to Silas this morning as we were having our overpriced coffee. I don't want to live in fear anymore. And I don't, and I haven't for some time.
Fear is a liar.
Fear is a lie, and it's a stepping stone, and it becomes a justification to become a victim. You literally become a victim when you give in to the fear.
Yeah.
Your own idiocy.
Yeah.
So.
Buttons on your underwear.
So we got all the debris out of our path, individually and jointly, right? We're on this path together, hand in hand. Mm-hmm. We want to endure that path as gracefully and as far as possible. And so there are needed changes, both in how we take care of ourselves and with exercise and diet. And a lot of communication is good for the old brain ski. Communication and expressing ourselves and not holding things in, but talking about them. And I guess that's one of the bullet points of this podcast is we're able to express things to help others because we have had so much help. We have had so much help, and we're so anxious to share and help those that need it, even if it's just a positive word or to laugh for a second about something.
Because we've done things the wrong way, and now we're doing things the right way.
Right.
And so communication within your family is huge. If there's someone that you are estranged from, talk to them. It is okay to tell other people what you need and want, what you like and you don't like.
Right.
In a kind, loving way, and have as much fun as you can, and have a sense of humor about things, and don't sweat the small stuff, and listen to your kids, and sit down with them, spend quality time with them as much as possible, because they grow up super fast. Some of you know this. And at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. It is family and community and friends and enjoying the world that we live in, and the rest of the stuff that we don't have control over.
It's not going to...
Like peach fuzz on your face and constipation.
Constipation, bad backs, ADD. I'm an adult living with ADD, but I feel like I'm an adult who's mastered living with ADD. And I can recognize, oh, this is ADD. And not to be too hard on myself because I don't quite fit in with the other reindeer all the time. You know what I'm saying? You can't be hard on yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to respect yourself. And if you can't, figure out how you were created and why you were made, and there lies the purpose and the mysteries to who you are and why you are important, even if you don't necessarily feel that deep down. These are all things we want to explore.
Yeah.
So, we're at the 19-minute mark. I think this was most uplifting, and rather, we exposed quite a bit here. Some very intimate things again.
Well, maybe you should stop exposing things when you run the dog.
I'm held tightly. They're boxer briefs. There's no gone with the wind.
Oh, gross. Okay.
All right. Until next time, we really, really miss you. You know who you are. And we appreciate the feedback, those of you who have told us a thing or two about and encouraging and supporting us in this endeavor here. So
we appreciate it.
We appreciate you. Good night for now. Until next time.